the Ministry of Education headquarters, the region, and all protocols observed. We are going to have the first
the representative of our governor, the representative of the county commissioner, and all the national and county government officials, all elected leaders, representatives, ministry and TSC officials, all partners who are here, education stakeholders, parents, teachers, unions that are here. I've mentioned TSC, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I read the speech of the guest of honor, who is our Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, allow me briefly first. You are all aware what happened recently when photos of a group appeared on the newspaper and then one person went to court. Because of data protection, for us to be able to take any photo, we require your consent. But because I've not written that sheet for your consent, for an African, when you lift your hand, you have accepted. If you agree, we can take your photos during this forum. Kindly raise your hand. I hope it is 100%. Someone next to you is not lifting. Confirm if he has no issue. Are you okay? The other one. Thank you. So you have agreed, those who want to take photos, it is officially allowed. Secondly, I have come with a team, and I'll wish to introduce them. I'll mention the body they are representing and why they are here. Then they raise their hand. They will give their names as they present. With us here, I've come with someone from the Kenya National Examination Council. It is important. You will have to pay attention. Of late, we have had a challenge of miniscule. What arrangements are we moving away from to ensure that we do not have it in the new curriculum, where all those who sit for exam pass? And that is why NEC is here. You will pay attention to their presentations, what we intend to do. And we congratulate them because you are now aware, those who are doing a KIPSE exam, there were no policemen around. We want to demilitarize our exams under this CPC. In their presentation, I'm sure if you pay attention, you learn that we are making efforts to ensure the way we test, we assess our children is such a way that we will not have that cutthroat competition. The second group that will give presentation here will be the Teacher Service Commission. Thank you. And here we want to know how the TSC is prepared to ensure that as we go to grade 9, grade 10, everything is in place. What arrangements have they made to ensure we don't have a gap? And that is why they are here to give a presentation, and out of it, you will become our agents to inform others how the government has prepared. The next group, which is key, very key, is a representative of the senior school. I would have even wished that those principals who are around, they come and listen to the preparations we have for transition from grade 9 to grade 10. We have motivational speakers who are minting millions. I saw the other day in social media, one standing up and saying, in grade 10, there will be no boys' school, there will be no girls' school, all schools will be day schools. Is it true? So it is from the presentations today, we want to confirm whether we continue giving money to people who are giving you wrong information, or you listen to the truth. What are these pathways? I've seen even someone saying day school should only have one pathway. We will get from the presentations, which is detailed, the arrangement we have put in place. Are we going to cater for private schools or not? Shall we admit children from private schools to public schools? It is from their presentations. And what are the subject combinations? What is the preparedness? And as we do that, the principals who are here, you will learn that the grade 10 you are going to receive are not the form ones you have been receiving. This is a different group. And you start preparing yourself. I've had others saying, oh, we cannot have sports pathway in a school that has only 1 acre. Does it mean if you have 1 acre, you cannot have sports? Does a game like singing, do you require 10 acres of land? When you are playing chess, do you require several fields? That is the information that will come from us, and the pathways and subject combination as we prepare for it. It will come from the person of senior school. Then we have a representative of the KICD. Here, she's there. When you say you have no syllabus, is it true? How prepared is KICD in ensuring we have the resources required to take grade 10 forward? That is why they are here. You will have to listen keenly their presentations. Then finally, we also have, sometimes we get donor support. I'm sure this county is a beneficiary of KP. Did the election of Trump affect programs in this country? Because we have had, sometimes we read in the papers, Trump has stopped everything. Are we affected? Do we have programs set in mind? When you talk of a few schools that have no laboratories, how prepared are our projects? And that is why we have a representative of projects. Please, you can wave. This is the team that is here to give you information. What we are requesting, that every after presentation that takes about 30 minutes, we take about 15 minutes to have a reaction, and we shall take all your comments. Those we are able to answer here, we shall, but majority we shall carry, so that when we come up with the final documents on this, your views will have been heard. I want to thank all of you for turning up, because it appears we had left everything to those people after money. So the information out there has really been all but lies. That is why we thought we come out, identify you specifically to be our agent in informing the rest the truth about CBC. I'm even sorry when some of my people, when they stand, they cannot even pronounce and explain well the meaning of CPC, competence-based curriculum. So here we are, and kindly pay attention so that when you leave, you will be a true agent of what we want to do and support it. I want to thank the NAT representative. I think the SG must have shared with him the remarks he gave at the national launch. What we are saying, we must appreciate the heads of institution of primary. In fact, Secretary, I'm wondering why, when he stood, he could not brag and be happy that they have succeeded. But we really appreciate primary sector. They have taken this system from inception to where it is successfully. We cannot turn around and assume nothing is happening in those schools. And I want to reassure my brother, the KUPPET secretary, that actually we did realize when you talk of something gazetted, junior school was gazetted to be in primary. If we start creating other groups, we shall be dividing primary. It is domiciled in primary, and I want to assure you the junior school games is amply managed by the capture at the primary level. But next week, I also have a workshop to anchor junior school in capture sports management so that we don't have a vacuum. I will now go straight to the speech of the Cabinet Secretary, and you are aware when you read this speech, you cannot add or subtract, and that is why I had to give my views, my few remarks, before I read the speech. As I appreciate the host principal, you welcomed us well, and the girls sang the national anthem, and also the East African anthem, where my director TSC says he does not know that. So next time we shall say, everyone you sing independently, we see how we can sing. But I'm grateful. Yeah, I did introduce. I hope I introduced the TSC. I did.
You did.
I did. Now, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As a ministry team, we are excited to join you today and the rest of our education circulars in Tharaka Nithi County for what is our ministry's greatest event of the year. We are here to carry out robust conversations that will help up to reflect on the gains we have made since we started implementing the competency-based education in our country. More fundamentally, this county-based dialogue comes just 2 months after we successfully settled our Apex Junior School learners, grade 9, in their respective classrooms, in what has effectively brought out our adept preparedness to progress the CPC rollout to senior school next year. On behalf of the leadership of the ministry, I wish to congratulate all of you and our education stakeholders in the county for our immense hard work that ensured we smoothly transitioned to grade 9, even when doomsayers had predicted that we would fall. But thanks to the concerted effort of all of you, we managed to build 16,000 classrooms nationally, which have helped us to settle down our grade 9 learners effectively. And today, we are here to yet again mark another milestone, the launch of the transition guidelines from junior school to senior school. This is a clear testament to the fact that as a sector, we are on the right trajectory in the implementation of our competency-based education. Our dialogue offers all citizens of our country the chance to narrate their experiences with CPE and get sensitized of the transition guidelines that have been developed through collaborative efforts among all our partners. As parents, as guardians and community members who deeply care about the well-being and future of our young people, this is a singular chance to ensure that CPE works as intended to benefit our learners and society. We are here to update stakeholders on the status of competency-based education implementation, provide a platform for stakeholders' participation in the validation of senior school guidelines, appraise stakeholders on teacher recruitment and capacity building, and to receive feedback from stakeholders on the implementation of CPE. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to specifically mention that the guidelines for the transition to senior school have been carefully crafted to ensure consistency in the placement of learners to grade 10. The guidelines clearly stipulate the role of each stakeholder on the selection and placement process of learners. They also provide direction on a harmonized selection process throughout the country at all levels. More fundamentally, the transition guidelines have been developed to ensure fairness, equity, inclusivity, and transparency in the placement of learners. We have also categorized schools in a most flexible manner, taking into consideration all partnerships and infrastructure. You will notice, for example, that we have categorized the senior schools based on pathways, accommodation, gender, and special needs to ensure that we will leave no child behind in the transition. Overall, in developing these guidelines, we have ensured that placement will be based on the learner's choice, merit, equity, and school capacities. Ladies and gentlemen, we urge all our stakeholders all over the country to keenly examine and understand the transition guidelines to make sure that we are all aligned as we seek to apply them on our grade 9 learners. It is good to appreciate that we embarked on the CBE journey because we believe in the inherent potential of every Kenyan child. We believe that education should not just be memorizing facts, but about nurturing the unique talents and abilities that each child possesses. We want to equip them with the skills to navigate the complex world, to solve problems, to create opportunities, and to contribute meaningfully to our society. We must commend the remarkable dedication of our teachers, who have embraced new teaching methods and worked tirelessly to support learners. They are the unsung heroes of our education system, and we are deeply grateful for their commitment. We have seen the creativity and innovation of our learners who are thriving in this new environment. They are demonstrating that when given the opportunity, they can rise to the challenge and exceed our expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to assure all stakeholders that by the end of this engagement taking place across the country, all of us will have confidence that we will be proud of our education system. The discussion is not about presentations and speeches. It is a heart-to-heart conversation. It is a chance for us to connect at human level, to share our experiences and to build trust. It is a collective search for solutions, a collaborative effort to ensure that CPE delivers on its promise. We are here to provide accurate information about curriculum-based education, the assessment process, and the transition pathways. We want to empower you to be active participants in CPE. Ladies and gentlemen, because we can see a number of school heads and parents here today, we wish to allay any fears on extended delays in the release of capitation to schools. While we totally understand the financial challenges schools are undergoing, we wish to assure you that the government is doing everything possible to release resources to schools. We therefore urge schools to be a little patient as we work around the clock to release the necessary capitation in line with our scheduled plans. Ladies and gentlemen, we humbly beseech you to engage with open hearts and minds. Let us share our experiences, ask our questions, and offer our support. Let us work together as a community to build a bright future for our children. The officers from the Ministry of Education, from NEC, KICD, and TAC are here to listen, understand, and support you. We are all in this together. We are all stakeholders in the education of our children. Let us remember that behind every policy, curriculum, and statistic, there is a child, a parent, and a guardian. They are the reason why we are gathered here today. It is for their future that we are working. It is for their dreams that we are striving. We are building a legacy of hope, opportunity, and empowerment. Let us walk this path together, hand in hand with courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment. With these remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I now want to declare this county-based dialogue as officially opened. Thank you, and may God bless you. Colleagues, that was his speech, and I'll request that we go straight to the presentations. And I will now hand over to the MC in charge of presentations.